All right, ready to dive into a career path that's really revving up. Today we're tackling automotive battery technician interviews. Got those nerves buzzing.
And for good reason. It's a field with some serious voltage right now.
We're plugging in with real interview questions and insider tips from RoleCatcher. Because let's face it, landing that dream job, it's all about preparation.
Couldn't agree more. Preparation is key.
So if you're picturing yourself just jump-starting dead batteries all day, think again. This role is so much more than that.
Oh, absolutely. You're talking about being on the front lines of the electric and hybrid vehicle revolution, assembling, installing, the works. It's a pretty big deal.
And speaking of a big deal, RoleCatcher, they're like that secret weapon for your job search.
Yeah.
Career guides, interview prep, even AI to help tailor your resume. Have you checked them out?
Seriously, it's a game changer. But first, let's get you prepped to impress those hiring managers.
Okay, picture this. You're in the interview hot seat, and they hit you with this. Can you tell us about your experience repairing power tools? Sounds simple enough, right? But what are they really looking for?
They want to see those hands-on skills shine through. Instead of just saying, yeah, I've fixed a drill or two, give them a specific example. Did you ever have to troubleshoot a faulty battery pack? Or maybe you had to replace a power cord that had seen better days.
It's about showing them you're not afraid to roll up your sleeves and get down to business.
Exactly. Details matter. Paint a picture for them.
Now, I love this part. RoleCatcher's AI, it can actually analyze those job descriptions and tell you which skills to highlight in your answers. How cool is that?
It's like having a personal career coach in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, next question you might encounter. How do you troubleshoot power tool issues? Talk about a classic.
So where do you even begin with a question like that?
Think of it like detective work. You wouldn't just jump to conclusions, right? Start by gathering information, what seems to be the problem, what's it doing or not doing. Then you do a visual inspection, anything obviously broken or out of place. Next up, engage those senses. Listen for any weird noises while it's running. And of course, bring in the big guns, multimeters to test the voltage and all that good stuff.
So it's like you're walking them through your entire thought process step by step.
Exactly. Show them you've got a system, that you're not just randomly poking around.
Speaking of systems, safety is a huge deal in this line of work. So when they inevitably ask, how do you ensure the safety of the user when repairing power tools? You got to be ready.
This is non-negotiable. You can bet they'll ask about it. It's not enough to just say you're a safe worker. Give them concrete examples. Always disconnect the power source before doing any repairs. That's a big one. Always use appropriate safety gear, eye protection, gloves, the whole 9 yards.
And of course, always follow those manufacturer's instructions.
Like it's the Bible. Okay, ready for a question that can really make you stand out. How do you stay up to date with the latest power tool technology and repair techniques?
Ooh, I like this one. They want to see you're passionate, right? That you're constantly learning and growing.
You got it. This is where you get to geek out a little. Mention industry publications, things like modern automotive technology, battery management systems, the good stuff.
And don't forget those online forums, technicians swapping tips and tricks, new tools and technologies.
It's like a goldmine of information, and it shows you're genuinely interested in staying ahead of the curve.
Which is huge in a field that's evolving as quickly as this one.
Absolutely evolving so fast.
Now get ready for this one. Can you describe a complex power tool repair project you successfully completed? It's story time.
They want to hear about a time you really went above and beyond. So dig deep. Was there a repair that had you stumped at first? A tool that seemed like it was on its last legs? This is your chance to brag a little. Don't be shy.
Walk them through those challenges, those aha moments. How did you emerge victorious?
Exactly. And this is where RoleCatcher can give you some really valuable feedback. You can practice telling your hero story, and their AI can analyze your delivery and everything.
Make sure it's engaging, but also to the point. No rambling. Okay, next up, can you explain your experience with electrical systems and power tool wiring? Time to get technical.
Don't let the jargon scare you. This is fundamental stuff for an automotive battery technician. Whether you're certified or learned everything hands-on, paint a picture of your expertise.
So if you've ever rewired a power tool, replaced a faulty switch, that all counts.
Absolutely. It all adds up. And the career guide actually emphasizes that practical experience can be just as valuable as formal qualifications in this field.
Speaking of qualifications, did you know this field is moving towards some seriously cool battery technologies? Lithium-ion batteries, the kind they use in electric vehicles.
Ah, yeah. It's a booming area. Having that knowledge under your belt, it's a game changer.
Back to the interview. Next question. Can you explain your experience with pneumatic power tools? Now, this might throw some people off if they're used to working with battery-powered tools. What do you think?
It's all about showing you're versatile. Even if your main jam is battery-powered, having some basic knowledge of pneumatics is a huge plus. If you've got direct experience, talk about it. But even if you don't, focus on those transferable skills. You know, your understanding of mechanical systems, your troubleshooting superpowers.
Show them you're adaptable.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk organization. How do you prioritize and manage your workload when repairing multiple power tools simultaneously? Because let's be real, this job can feel like a juggling act.
Organization is key. Describe a system that works for you, whether it's a color-coded calendar, a trusty to-do list, whatever helps you stay on top of things.
They're looking for someone who can handle the pressure. And speaking of pressure, let's not forget about communication.
Huge. Make sure you mention that you believe in keeping customers in the loop, letting them know about repair timelines, any unexpected delays.
Transparency builds trust. Okay, this next one's a biggie. Can you discuss your experience with customer service in a power tool repair context? How do you handle those tricky customer interactions?
Well, first and foremost, empathy. You're dealing with someone who's probably stressed out because their tool's out of commission.
Right, they just want their tool fixed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So ditch the technical jargon and explain things in a way that makes sense to them. No one wants to feel talked down to, but keep it clear and simple.
And maybe throw in a little advice on preventing future issues.
Exactly. A little preventative maintenance can go a long way. Okay, switching gears a bit, RoleCatcher's Career Guide stresses the importance of inventory management. So be ready for this one. Can you discuss your experience with inventory management and ordering replacement parts for power tools?
Ooh, this is all about being organized.
Absolutely. Any experience you have with inventory software, how you keep track of stock levels, your process for placing orders, it all matters. Accuracy is key here.
Wouldn't want to order the wrong part. Okay, brace yourself for this one. It can be a bit intimidating. What are your salary expectations for this role? The dreaded salary question.
It's always a bit awkward, isn't it? But here's the thing. Salary negotiation, it's just part of the process.
So how do you approach it? Do you just throw out a number?
Not exactly. Do your research first. Sites like RoleCatcher, industry salary surveys, they're your best friend. Get a feel for the going rate for automotive battery technicians in your area with your level of experience.
Makes sense. Don't want to sell yourself short, but also don't want to price yourself out of the running.
Exactly. Be realistic and be prepared to back up your ask with your skills and experience.
Solid advice. Okay, last question, but definitely not least. Do you have any questions for me? This is your time to shine. Don't go blank on them now.
This is your chance to show them you're genuinely interested, that you've been paying attention.
What kind of questions should you ask?
Ask about things like professional development opportunities. Are there chances to learn new skills, get certified? What are some of the biggest challenges of the role? It shows you're thinking ahead.
And don't forget about company culture. You're going to be spending a lot of time there. You want to make sure it's a good fit.
Absolutely. Ask about the team, the company's values. It shows you're invested in finding the right fit.
And there you have it. We've covered a ton of ground today, from those technical skills to those all-important soft skills. Remember, acing that interview is all about preparation, confidence, and a little help from our friends at RoleCatcher. So go out there, knock their socks off, and land that dream job. And as always, thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive. Until next time, good luck with your job search.